Also this morning, Harvey Weinstein is fired from his company over allegations of rampant sexual harassment. We'll have the very latest on that developing story, including the silence from Hollywood and Washington on this story.
Hold it now.
Hollywood. It's in a complete panic over this Harvey Weinstein scandal. So many skeletons in the closet, and every day more and more is coming out. Weinstein's behavior is truly indefensible, but that doesn't mean people on the left won't use logical fallacies in order to take some of the heat off. In this vid, I'm going to show you a few examples of this taking place. The first is a false equivalency, where all roads lead to Trump, because when you have nothing, you can always attack Trump.
Why the hell does she have the authority to speak like that when she is married to Bill Clinton, who has been credibly accused of sex crimes for real? She was close to Anthony Weiner by both of their descriptions, and her friend Harvey Weinstein has been accused of rape by 3 people, and she says nothing for 5 days?
Well,
what is going on? Sincerely, what's going on here?
Truly. Okay, first, this outrage would seem more genuine if the same outrage from the same people had been voiced when Donald Trump, again, bragged about sexual assault, okay?
That's fine.
I know it's not a Trump
then you
segment.
can call me inconsistent or whatever, but it's not about me. I'm asking a question about her and the standards that she has set forth for the rest of us. What is going on?
So last week, when she spoke out against guns in Las Vegas, she was accused on this network, because I was on a segment about it, of coming out too soon. Now, she's being accused of being too late. Look, there are life and death issues which Hillary Clinton talks about, which includes Puerto Rico, and includes climate change, includes gun safety, includes little things like nuclear war, okay? The fact that she didn't come out exactly when you would have wanted her to is hardly
Richard,
a crime.
That's a dodge, okay? I mean, let's be real. This is her signature issue, the treatment of women. She ran as the first credible female presidential candidate to break the glass ceiling. She blamed sexism for her loss. She has, as we played in our clips, repeatedly lectured the country on its mistreatment of women, and men like Harvey Weinstein in particular, for sexually harassing women. So it's not like it's not the law of the sea treaty. It's not totally out of left field. This is exactly where she lives every day.
Right, and when she did come out against it, what he did, incidentally, every single Democrat has distanced themselves from Harvey Weinstein, unlike every single Republican who stood by Donald Trump. Steve Bannon said, but had Kellyanne Conway not been there, that would have been lost.
So you're saying, I mean, I guess I'm just a little bit confused, because I sincerely thought this was the one issue she really seemed to care about. I don't think she's a genius or a profound abstract thinker, as I've said, but I think on this issue, the treatment of women, it seems heartfelt. She talks about it in every speech.
Right.
And that's why it's a little weird when the guy she rented a house next to in the Hamptons for the summer, who's raised more than $1 million for her, does this. Like, you think she would at least pipe up and say, you know what, this is wrong.
He makes movies. Donald Trump is the president. I'm sorry. And there's some irony that in some TV networks, there was behavior.
Is that really the answer, that Trump is bad?
No, of course, two wrongs don't make a right.
Oh, because you seem to be arguing that they do.
No, I'm just suggesting this outrage is faux outrage, because we didn't hear a word of it.
It's actually, in my case, it's not so much outrage. It's confusion. Like, how can you have a party that claims to protect women when here you have a rich and powerful person abusing the weak, and then defended by a larger group of powerful people, including Hillary Clinton?
No.
How does that happen?
But don't say it's the defended part. Every single Democrat that's been heard on this has said, here's your money back. We're giving it to this charity or whatnot. In contrast to every Republican who stood by Donald Trump, accused of virtually.
But hold on.
Don't do it, J-Mo. You don't want to mess with Weird Al.
Oh, please. I'm not afraid of anyone in show business. I turned down intercourse with Harvey Weinstein on no less than 3 occasions out of 5.
The next example is classic scapegoating. This is when instead of blaming the person responsible, you blame a group of people, or society in general. In this case, it's America's rape culture. You see, Harvey just never learned the proper way to behave around women.
People are saying that this shows Hollywood hypocrisy, that they champion women's rights, and they've criticized Donald Trump in the past, but have been totally quiet for decades about a guy right under their nose.
Well, I think this is a broader problem that we have in this country around, I hate to use the words, but this ideal of rape culture, right? And I think, we commend these women for being brave and speaking out, and I think they're worthy of commending. But I think we have to have a larger conversation, not only about commending these women, but how do we do a better job of educating our men and boys to not make these type of mistakes, right? Like, how do we start having these conversations earlier and earlier and earlier?
How about having accountability within your human resource Department.
No, I hear
you know
Kennedy,
who's
I
brave?
hear you.
No, but let me finish this point, because this is something that really strikes me about this story. You know who's brave? The intern or the assistant who's working in that office for less than a year. The actress who's never had a role, who comes forward and who knows their story is going to be squashed by a press who is complicit, who has these book deals, who has these movie options, and therefore they're not going to report on the stories. The Matt Damons of the world who squashed the 2004 New York Times story. It's really easy for Gwyneth Paltrow to come forward in 2017 when it's safe to go ahead and tell this, when she has benefited from these relationships for decades.
No,
it's another thing. The brave women are the ones whose careers were destroyed, who were sent packing back to the Midwest
Kennedy,
with their dreams and self-esteem.
I agree with you 100%. What I'm saying is, and we've got to also deal with the supply problem, right? Which is we have men who engage in this behavior over and over again. So how do we stop it before it happens? How do we educate our boys not to make these mistakes, right? How do moms have conversation with their young boys about this is how you treat women, this is how you don't treat women, right?
I think he knows how to treat women. He purposely mistreated women.
I beg to differ.
Well,
is that how you treat women?
George Clooney said we have to do a better job at protecting women in the workplace. And that is true. But what is also true, and what needs to happen first, is, as Richard says, we need to do a better job of teaching young men, boys, how to behave and how not to behave. I think that's the point.
And how to speak out as well.
He knows the difference between right and wrong, Harvey Weinstein, and he purposely did the wrong thing.
The 2012 nominees for Best Performance by an Actress in a Supporting Role are Sally Field in Lincoln, Anne Hathaway in Les Miserables, Jackie Weaver in Silver Linings Playbook, Helen Hunt in The Sessions, and Amy Adams in The Master. Congratulations, you five ladies no longer have to pretend to be attracted to Harvey Weinstein.
The bottom line is that everyone knew, but it was bad for business, and now Hollywood is just trying to minimize the damage. If you like this video, please hit the subscribe button for more. And before I go, I'm going to leave you with undeniable evidence that Weinstein is a complete scumbag and deserves to be in jail.
I'm telling you right now.
What do we have to do here?
Nothing. I'm going to take a shower. You sit there and have a drink. Water.
I don't drink. Can I stay on the bar?
No, you must come here now.
No.
Please.
No, I don't want to.
I'm not doing anything with you. I'm not embarrassing me.
I'm sorry. I cannot. No, yesterday was a kind of aggressive for me. I need to know a person to be touched.
I won't do a thing.
I don't.
Please, I swear I won't. Just sit with me. Don't embarrass me in the hotel. I'm here all the time.
I
sit
know,
with me,
but
I
don't want to.
Please sit there. Please. 1 minute.
No,
I
can't.
Go to the bathroom.
Please, I don't want to do something I don't want
Go to the bathroom. Come here. Listen to me.
I want to go downstairs.
I'm not going to do anything. You'll never see me again after this. Okay? That's it. If you embarrass me in this hotel,
I'm not embarrassing you. It's just that I don't feel comfortable.
I mean, don't have a fight with me in the hall. Please, I'm not going to do anything. I swear, my children. Please come in. On everything. I'm a famous guy.
I'm feeling very uncomfortable right now.
Please come in now. And 1 minute. And if you want to leave, when the guy comes with my jacket,
yesterday you touched my breast.
Oh, please, I'm sorry. Just come on. I'm used to that. Come on.
Are you used to that?
Yes, come in.
No, but I'm not used to that.
I won't do it again. Come on. Sit here. Sit here for a minute, please.
No, I don't want to.
If you do this now, you will embarrass me. No. Never call me again. Okay? I'm sorry. I promise you I won't do anything.
I know, but yesterday was too much.
The guy's coming. I will never do another thing to you. 5 minutes. Don't ruin your friendship with me for 5 minutes.
I know, but it's kind of like, it's too much for me. I can't.
Please, you're making a big scene here.
No,
please.
but I want to leave.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
Mr. President, thank you for being my guest tonight. I can't thank you enough for doing this. It's incredible. And as I said, I always learn amazing things from you.